was another Holy Spirit led video. So yes, if y'all don't mind, because I'm trying to use a natural light. I wasn't trying to use my ring light, and the curtain is open. So yes, as you can see, yeah. Anyway, this title of the video, you already know what it is. So I just want to go ahead and hop into it. And basically, I just want to say, until you become vulnerable with the Lord, until you be honest with God, you will not heal. Many times we're trying to come to the Lord perfect. We want to have it all together. We just want to show God that, yes, God, I got it all together. Now I can come to you. And that's not what he's asking for. He's asking for you just to come willing. You don't have to have it all together. You don't have to come perfect. You don't have to come having this in order. He's not asking you. He's not telling you to, because he knows your own human strength is weak. So until you become vulnerable with the Lord, until you become open with him, until you really tell him how you feel, you will not heal. And this is something that I'm learning in his presence, because there have been many a times in the past where I come to God and I just want to come to him having everything together. I want to come to him, you know, like, Lord, I'm good. Like, you always want to come in that I'm good state when I know I ain't good. And he's not asking me to be good. He's asking me to lay it out on him. The Lord will not let Peter and Jeremiah put out verses like Jeremiah 29 verse 11 and 1 Peter 5:7 and Psalms 55 verse 2 if he didn't want us to cast our cares upon him. Even if we're feeling uncertain about the future, he wouldn't put verses like Psalms 55 verse 22 and 1 Peter 5:7 in the Bible if he didn't want us to cast our cares upon him. So in this hour, he's telling you to cast your cares upon him and leave them there at the altar, because many times we cast our cares on the Lord to only pick them back up, and he's not asking you to pick it back up. He's telling you to lay it right there. And like I said, until you become vulnerable and honest, the most important thing is to be honest with God. Sometimes we can be vulnerable but not be honest, you know what I'm saying? And it's like both of them go hand in hand. So it's like you can't be vulnerable and not be honest. So when you're being vulnerable with the Lord, make sure that you're being honest before him. Tell him, Lord, this hurts. Lord, it hurts that I had to let go of this thing. Lord, it hurts that I had to let go of this person. Lord, I'm mad that it didn't work out. Lord, I'm angry that I did this again and I did that again and I fell into that old happiness cycle. Lord, like, tell the Lord how you feel. Be honest with him. He's not mad at you because you're angry. He's not mad at you because you're sad. He's not mad at you because you're so focused on your situation. Like, you really have to go through that in order to really focus on God. Because one thing about God is, one thing I learned is that when I'm in worship, yes, I be crying, I be tearing up, you know, because of the circumstance, because of the situation I'm in, but I always come back, it always comes back to God, because you have to learn how to trust him, and you have to understand that you're going through what you're going through so he can get the glory out of your situation. Yes, it's painful. I know you don't want to feel this way, but you have to think about it. The things that we go through here on this earth, it's not really about us. It's about God getting the glory. He's going to get the glory through our pain, through our good times, through our bad times. He's still going to get the glory. And so when you take your mind, when you take your eyes off the situation, when you actually put your focus on the one true God, when you realign your mind and your thoughts with Christ, you can get out of your feelings, you can get out of your emotions, because that's something that my leader taught me, and that's something that I'm also learning just by myself in his presence, that yes, it sucks that I had to let this go. Yes, God, I didn't want to do this, God. Like, you feel fearful, tell the Lord that you feel fearful. Tell the Lord that, Lord, I'm letting go of control and I'm trusting you, but this is still scary. Like, let him know all about it. Be honest before God, because he can take it, he can handle it, and he will reassure you that I'm always going to be here with you. You just have to stay with me. I want to also tell y'all something. Last year, 2023, it's so crazy because I feel like I'm going through the same thing, but it's gonna come out different this time. And I know that it all depends on me, because it depends on if you're gonna still walk with God even when that temptation or when that comes back. Are you still gonna walk with God, you know? So in March 3rd, I was crying my heart out to the Lord. I remember March 3rd, 2023, I was crying my heart out to God, and I was just telling him everything. And I was on the prayer line as well, and I was just crying. Like, I'm talking about like tears, like to the point where it hurted. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my nose was all snotty and everything. Like, I was just crying. And after I got done crying, he said, "It is handled." And it's so crazy because today I came across the video, and I was in Bible study, and I came across the video, and it says, rest in God. And everything that she was saying, it made me remember what he told me last year. He said, it is handled. The only difference between this year and last year is that he said it is handled, but I walked out of his will. Instead of resting in him, instead of trusting him that he has better for me, I walked out of his will. And so I feel like God is telling me, and not just me, but you, to not walk out of his will again. Stay this time. Don't go back this time. Actually stay with me this time. And so I just pray that this video is encouragement to y'all. And I just want to let you guys know that, like I said, if you do not be honest with God, you cannot heal. If you don't be vulnerable with God, you cannot heal. If you don't get no cry in you, and it don't have to be like a tear cry, but I mean, 9 times out of 10, you know, it makes us emotional when we think about what we have to let go. But yeah, like, cry out to the Lord and he will answer you, because he hears you and he loves you and he will be there for you. For the past 2 days, I've just been crying my heart out, like just crying. And today it's like I have a peace, and I had a peace 2 days ago too, but I was still emotional, and I'm still emotional right now, but I have a peace that I can trust God. I can rest in him. I don't have to worry about the outcome, because I know he's going to do it for me. I know he's going to do it for my bloodline. I know he's going to do it for the people that I'm called to and the people that I'm currently connected to. I know he's going to do it. And so it's all about trusting him even when you don't see it. Yes, the Lord understands why you're hurt. Yes, when your heart breaks, his heart breaks, because he hates to see his children in pain. So I'm telling you, lay your desires, lay your cares on the Lord, because he can handle it and he can deal with it. If you do not allow the Lord to heal you, then the next thing that comes your way, you're going to treat it the same way you treated the last thing. And it was wrong. You mishandled it. So this is not the time to go back to old cycles, habits, and things, and people who don't serve our purpose. And that's one thing I'm learning as well. The people that I had to let go of, it's not that I don't love them. It's not that, you know, they're not, you know, sweet or kind or good. They're just not for me, and they're not elevating me, and they're not bringing me any purpose. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to make it all about me, but the Lord sends people out of your life for a reason. The Lord allowed things to fall off for a reason, because he's not going to allow you to keep on being friends or be in a relationship with somebody that brings no type of purpose into your life, or no elevation, or doesn't make you grow, or the thing that you had to let go of. He's not going to allow you to keep that job, because he wants to give you something greater. That 9 to 5 that you've been working, or whatever the Lord has called you away from, he wants to give you greater. But we have to be willing to stay with God. And that's what I'm telling myself now in this hour. And that's what I'm going to tell you too. Stay with God. Do not go outside of his will again. Stay with him. Stay with him this time. I know you walked away from God the last time, but stay with him this time. You're already forgiven. You're a new creation in Christ Jesus. God's ready to give you the new in his perfect timing, but you have to be vulnerable and honest with him. You have to break in front of him so he can build you up. Break in front of him. Let him know all about it. Say, Lord, it hurt. Jesus, it hurt. Okay? Because I had to say that. I had to say, Lord, it hurts. It does. It hurts. But then you just realign and realize, God, it's all about you. You're going to get the glory out of this. And so I pray that this encourage y'all, and I love y'all, and I hope y'all enjoy this video, and I pray that this be an encouragement to somebody. Like I said, be vulnerable and be honest with the Lord. He can take it. And until you be honest and vulnerable with God, you will not heal. If you want to heal, be honest, be vulnerable. Allow yourself to cry. Allow yourself to embrace the new. Allow yourself to feel. It's okay to feel, but after you do that, don't stay there. Realign with God. And so I love y'all. I hope y'all have a blessed day. Y'all already know what I'm saying. Love y'all. Love you, baby. Don't forget to lay yourself. I love y'all, and I hope y'all have a beautiful, blessed day.